Okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Terence Crawford has made it clear that he has no interest in fighting Floyd Mayweather, dismissing the idea as a money-driven spectacle rather than a true test of skill. According to Crawford, Mayweather's motivation lies in financial gain, not competition, and the proposed matchup would serve more as entertainment than as a legitimate sporting challenge. Crawford emphasized that he's focused on building his own legacy, not chasing paydays or publicity. He acknowledged Mayweather's legendary career but stated firmly that his time has passed. For Crawford, this era belongs to him, and he refuses to let financially motivated offers distract him from what he's already accomplished inside the ring.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boss, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat this.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Some critics argue that Floyd Mayweather's recent fights are driven more by profit than by a desire to enhance his sporting legacy. While he was once widely celebrated for his exceptional defense and undefeated record, his recent focus on high-profile exhibition bouts has drawn skepticism. These fights offer huge paydays but contribute little to the sport itself. Observers note that Mayweather's frequent displays of wealth suggest he doesn't need the money, yet he continues to seek out these lucrative events. Since retiring, many believe his priorities have shifted from genuine competition to financial gain, leaving some fans disappointed with the direction his career has taken.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right? He couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a boatload of money.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley weighed in on the possibility of a fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. Bradley pointed out that Mayweather has historically struggled against southpaw fighters, and Crawford's versatile skill set could pose significant challenges. According to Bradley, Crawford possesses attributes that Mayweather doesn't typically face: the ability to switch stances, exceptional hand speed, and the capacity to adapt his strategy mid-fight. Bradley challenged the perception of Mayweather as unbeatable, suggesting that Crawford's dynamic style could penetrate his famous defense. He also noted that Mayweather has shown vulnerabilities against fighters with Crawford's combination of speed and adaptability, fueling debate and tension among fans of both boxers.
Oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand. The way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? Man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep. I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real life.
Many experts argue that comparing Terence Crawford to Floyd Mayweather is premature. They point out that Mayweather has faced a long list of elite opponents throughout his career, while Crawford has not yet been tested against the same depth of competition. From this perspective, Crawford's accomplishments are impressive, but they do not yet carry the same historical weight as Mayweather's legacy. These analysts emphasize that Mayweather's greatness is already established, whereas Crawford is still in the process of building his case. As a result, they believe it's too early to place him on the same level as the legendary former champion.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch.
In a bold statement, a boxing analyst suggested that Terence Crawford might deserve more credit than Floyd Mayweather, and he based this claim on one key factor. The analyst highlighted Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, noting that even a fighter as accomplished as Mayweather likely would have avoided such a high-risk matchup. Crawford took on a formidable opponent at the peak of his abilities, even moving up in weight to do so. In contrast, Mayweather was known for carefully selecting his fights and timing them strategically. According to this viewpoint, Crawford's willingness to take on greater challenges and embrace risk places him above Mayweather's meticulously managed career. It also calls into question Mayweather's oft-repeated claim of being unbeatable in the history of boxing.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt to do.
Terence Crawford has expressed frustration with constant comparisons to Floyd Mayweather. He has made it clear that he has no desire to face Mayweather in the ring, emphasizing that they belong to different eras of boxing. Crawford believes that the current period is his to define and that attention should be focused on his achievements rather than revisiting the past. While he respects Mayweather's greatness, Crawford feels it's unfair to constantly measure him against a fighter whose prime has long passed. For Crawford, the focus should be on his own dominance and accomplishments in the sport today, not on hypothetical matchups with legends from previous generations.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
When asked to predict the outcome of a potential fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford, veteran boxer Danny Garcia offered a measured response. He didn't pick a clear winner, suggesting instead that the bout could very well end in a draw. Garcia pointed to Mayweather's legendary defensive skills and Crawford's versatile offensive arsenal as factors that could effectively neutralize each other in the ring. His perspective underscores the immense respect both fighters command. Many fans already debate the merits of such a matchup, believing that their comparable skill sets might make it impossible to declare a definitive victor. Garcia's comments only add fuel to an ongoing and passionate discussion among boxing enthusiasts.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever at 147, that's tough. I don't know. A draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former world champion Shane Mosley believes that Floyd Mayweather's size could be a major disadvantage in a hypothetical fight against Terence Crawford. While acknowledging Mayweather's technical brilliance, Mosley points out that Crawford's superior strength, reach, and flexibility would likely overwhelm him. Mosley highlights Crawford's physical advantages, as well as his ability to switch stances and control the ring, suggesting that these factors could neutralize Mayweather's famed defense. He notes that while Mayweather excelled against opponents of similar size, Crawford's natural size and power would create significant challenges. Mosley's comments underscore the idea that, in this matchup, physical attributes might outweigh technical skill.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no question the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
The analyst show added nuance to the Crawford versus Mayweather discussion by looking beyond single fights. He acknowledged that Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez has sparked debate over whether his legacy could rival or even surpass Mayweather's. However, Show cautioned against oversimplifying the comparison, emphasizing that a fighter's legacy is shaped by more than just one standout performance. While Crawford's win was undeniably significant, Mayweather's dominance across multiple weight classes over decades cannot be overlooked. According to Show, comparing the two requires a deeper analysis of consistency, the caliber of opponents, and their long-term impact on the sport. His assessment strikes a balance, recognizing Crawford's remarkable talent while also honoring Mayweather's enduring legacy.
Add a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Muhammad Ali, You're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they can go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight classes. They fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.
Trainer Stephen "Bremen" Edwards offered a fresh perspective on the ongoing comparisons between fighters. He urged fans, journalists, and insiders to stop constantly measuring Crawford against other boxers and instead celebrate his career as a significant achievement in its own right. While he didn't specifically comment on Mayweather, Edwards criticized the immaturity he sees in discussions that unfairly pit fighters against one another. Edwards emphasized that since Mayweather is no longer active, debates about hypothetical matchups only fuel endless arguments. He believes attention should instead be given to what Crawford has accomplished.
To Floyd. Man, I don't really want to compare him right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, and they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. It's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, and make up something just to. I got my opinion on, how the fights will go, and, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, unfortunately, they didn't fight. They could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it.
The boxing world remains divided, and debates over Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather show no signs of ending. Supporters of Crawford highlight his willingness to take risks and overcome challenges, such as moving up in weight to defeat Canelo Alvarez. On the other hand, Mayweather's flawless record and legendary defensive skills make a strong case for his greatness. Ultimately, both fighters excel in their own ways, representing different eras and approaches to the sport. The ongoing discussion underscores the profound impact each athlete has had on boxing, with both leaving a lasting legacy that fans and analysts continue to study, debate, and respect.
Terence Crawford's gonna win. I used to think that the size difference was too much, that Canelo Alvarez was like, man, how are they going to do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008, but he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Alvarez has 63. Canelo Alvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's going to beat him in September. I don't know how, but I think he's going to win.
Terence Crawford's fight against Canelo Alvarez is widely regarded as a defining moment in his career. Moving up in weight to face one of the sport's most dominant champions was seen as both bold and risky. Yet Crawford approached the challenge with composure and control, demonstrating not only his skill but also his courage and willingness to push beyond conventional limits. Analysts consider this victory as cementing Crawford's place among boxing's all-time greats. For Crawford, the win represents more than just another entry on his record. It solidifies his reputation as a fighter unafraid to take calculated risks and succeed on the sport's biggest stages.